Hey guys, good morning. It is Dave Santarelli from BreakingChartAlerts.com and Santarelli Trading Exchange. Guys, so first things first, let's go over a few things here. Main account, we got some big trades there. We have a large Ford trade. I have Ford pulled up here. I'm going to go over a couple of the trades that we're in now. So our first trade that we ended up getting was that Ford 1314 vertical spread, right? We actually got that way back here, and then I think right here is when we got it, on the 11th is what we went over yesterday. And then it just pulled back since we got that vertical spread. But the nice thing about a vertical spread there is we're long the 13 strike and we're short the 14 strike. So as Ford continued to pull back here, we made profit on that 14 strike. We lost money on the 13, but we made money on the 14 strike. So when I saw Ford come down to that 1250, holding that support, started trading between that 10-20 day simple moving average, and then we finally broke that 10-20 right here on this day. That's when we bought back that short 14 strike and locked in a 70-some%, I think a 73% profit on that short 14 strike leg we ended up buying back. So we bought it to sold it. Bought to sell. So we locked in a nice profit on that, and we kept the 13 long strike open. So now as Ford continues to climb, now we're making money on that 13 strike. And as you guys can see, Ford is up over 3% here in the pre-market hours. Opening bells in about 3 minutes. And we're going to have some massive profits on Ford today. Probably close to about $3,000 profit on Ford today, which I'm going to be sharing in the trade room. So that's what's nice about letting a trade do its thing. We had the October monthly expo on this. You know, we let it do its thing with that vertical spread. Now, a spread is a different type of strategy that we could capitalize on each of these legs during different time frames of our trade plan. And if you guys go to the education section on Breaking Chart Alerts, I have a great video in there on vertical spreads, just vertical spreads, because a lot of people just trade these because what's nice about them, if the market goes against that trade, you could buy back that short leg, and as long as you have enough time for that long leg to continue to climb and get profitable, you know, you'll be fine with that long leg. So spreads are a really great strategy to use to implement during different courses of the market here. And Ford is one of them that we ended up picking up, and we had beautiful execution on that with buying back that short 14 strike, and then we have that 13 strike still going. I have 50 contracts of the Ford October 15 13 strike call. So, you know, that's going to have an amazing gain today. You know, we paid $1.47 for that. So that's going to be profitable today. We got about 2 minutes until opening bell. So I wanted to go over that Ford and show you guys how nice it was buying back that short leg. And now we got plenty of time for that long leg, that 13 strike, to continue to climb. I think we're going to see between $15 and $16 from now until that October monthly expo. Ford CEO was on TV. The demand is there for the vehicles. They still aren't going to have components, all the components needed for the vehicles until the end of next year, they were saying. So keep that in mind. I want to see how Ford trades. Bank of America still climbing. You know, let's take a look at that BAC chart. We have a trade challenge trade on Bank of America. We have the October, let me see here. We have the October 15th 42 strike call. We ended up paying $1.81 for that. It's at $1.88 as of the close of yesterday. And as you guys can see, Bank of America is still on that climb, up about 0.5% here in pre-market hours. We have opening bell in about a minute. Now let's take a look at another one we have, a hood. We used profits from our first hood trade, and we got into another one. Now hood, what we're looking for is that climb off that 10. Any candle below that 10, 20-day simple moving average, that is our stop on that trade. That's when we're exiting out of it. Okay, now let's take a look at AMD. AMD, we got something a little bit further out. That one's climbing off the lows here this morning. It's holding above that 10, 20, 50-day simple moving average. Most importantly, it's holding above that blue 20-day simple moving average on a daily chart here. So I'm going to be watching that just like yesterday. We saw that pull back, and then we saw that climb, you know, within about a half hour to 45 minutes after opening bell. So I think we're going to end up seeing that again here today, and we can see what happens with that. Another one I wanted to look at today was Sava Sciences. We were talking about that yesterday. We ended up making a nice trade on that, locked in some nice profits on that the other day. I still think that's going much higher here. I like that setup, at least $80. You know, it's at $65 now. So we could be looking at something like an out-of-the-money vertical spread on that based on the implied volatility increasing over the past few weeks here. So if we take a look at the option chain here for Sava, because Sava Sciences, and we look at something, the market's opening here, guys, right now, and let me get ready here. All right, so here we go, guys. Market is open. Let's see those profits we have on Ford there. Waiting for that to come up. Nothing's traded on it yet. So the Sava Sciences, right? Let me go over this quick while we're watching the bell here. Buy to open, sell to open. So if we did something out of the money on this, what I'd be looking for, so our target is $80, right? So I don't want to go above that target. I want to stay within that range of that target of $80. So I'd look at something like the October 15th if we wanted to get a short-term trade there. And then you could look at something like that 75.80 vertical spread there. It's going for $1.20 to be worth $5. So 5, divide that by 1.2. That's a max net gain there of about 317% if Cassava Sciences gets up to $80 or higher from now until that October 15th monthly expo. So that is a really nice opportunity there with Sava Sciences. I'm going to be watching that on open. Well, we're open, but I'm going to watch that throughout the day here. I want to see it break that 70. If it breaks that 70, I'm going to be looking for that type of trade that we just talked about there. All right, let's take a look there. AMD's got a nice climb off those lows there. Let's take a look at AMD. AMD is nearing the highs of the day right now. AMD is almost green here for the day. Nice climb there on AMD. I want to see it break that 10, 20, 50-day simple moving average on it today, 1-minute chart here to see that run continue. So I'm just going to watch some other things here. Sava Sciences is also on the climb. If you guys take a look at Sava, that's at the highs of the day right now. Highs of the day on Sava. I'm watching Bank of America. We got a nice gain on Bank of America. We got a 20% gain on our trade challenge trade right now on Bank of America. That is a nice setup there. AMD is still on the climb, looking pretty good there. 107.63. Ford up about 4%. There we go. Our Ford trade's now up 20%, guys. And what did I tell you I was going to be up this morning? How much did I say we were going to be up on opening bell? What did I say there? You guys know in the trade room. How much did I say I'm just going to profit on open? I said $3,000. I was pretty darn close there. Here is our total gain for the day right there. $2,825 profit. Obviously, that's being led by Ford right there. And then we have Disney up 125, and then those SPY puts we have as a hedge up 265, 279 now. So really nice job we did on Ford there. That trade's already up 20%. That's continuing to climb. Our Bank of America trade now up 25%, guys. Our trade challenge trade. I do not want to sell that early. If we take a look at BAC here, Bank of America, how many of you guys are still in that Bank of America trade? We got that about a month and a half ago, maybe even 2 months ago. I wanted that going into the winter months here. That worked out really nice. Bank of America, as you can see on a 3-month daily chart here, continuing to climb. Captain Thomas says he's still in the Bank of America. Sky Jackson, Bank of America. That's great. Now, see how, that trade was down quite a bit, and we have some nice profits on that. Z, thank you for the text message yesterday, Z. I appreciate that. And congrats on your son. Z's up 100% on Bank of America. He averaged down on that when it pulled back a bit. Or he got in at a better price. Nice job there, Z. Tesla's on the climb there, Skyjack. I'm waiting for Tesla to break out here. Let's take a look at Tesla. Some members in the trade room got a Tesla trade. Tesla's been pretty volatile here, and she's been moving quite a bit. So we got something a couple of weeks out till Expo there, and we'll be targeting at least that 850, possibly that 900. I'd love to see that 850, though. I'm watching Robinhood here on a daily chart. Let's take a look at what's going on in the hood here. I don't know why I say that. It's just, the movies you watch as a kid. You always want to say that. So there we go. We got that 10, 20-day simple moving average. See these candles here, how they're basically just dojis, a little down, and then it's just indecision there. You're not seeing these types of full-body red candles here when you're pulling back. This is just sign of indecision. It's coming back down to support there. It's holding right around that $44, $45. So I want to see that start to climb. The next green candle on Robinhood is a beautiful entry for a short-term swing trade about 30 days out till Expo and target that 50 bucks. Guys, Bank of America's at new highs of the day. We got a 30% gain on our Bank of America trade. Just got an alert. There's some new IPOs available coming up. There goes Robinhood climbing off the lows here, guys. Take a look at Robinhood. Breaking through that 10, 20, 50-day simple moving average on a today 1-minute chart. Getting that continued climb there. It's only down 8 cents now on the day. Bank of America, new highs of the day on BAC. Our trade challenge trade is now up 33%, guys. 33% gain on our trade challenge trade.
HYZN, highs on motors off the lows now.
Tesla is green for the day. There we go, Skyjack with Tesla. Tesla is now green on the day. Nice little breakout there. Love to see Tesla break through that 800 today. Robinhood still on the climb. I'm watching AMD over to the right here. AMD is holding on a daily chart here above that 10, 20, 50-day simple moving average. If you guys want to take a look over here, let's take a look. So here we go. Let's zoom in a little bit more here. There goes Tesla still on the climb. Let's take a look at AMD on a 3-month daily chart. 3-month daily, it's still holding above that 10, 20, 50. You know, I want to see what that's going to do here today. Today, 1-minute chart, pulling back a little bit here, but we saw what happened yesterday, especially with Facebook and all that. So we'll continue to watch that as well. Now, if we take a look at Qs, we got a nice profit here today, and the markets are down significantly. Let me re-update what we're up here today. We're up about 2,800 before. We're only up $2,236.50 on the day here right now. Everything's retracing, pulling back a little bit.
Shares of Tesla, TSLA continuing higher.
Tesla's still on the climb, guys.
Option volume now.
Unusual options activity coming in on Tesla, Skyjack. Robinhood is nearly green. Robinhood's only down 1 cent on the day. And there we go. Robinhood just turned green. Bank of America back on the climb. Bank of America nearing $44 a share. We have that 42 strike call for the October monthly expo there for the trade challenge trade. That is looking great. Tesla, 3-month daily chart there. Looking for that breakout above 800. We break above that 800, I think we're going to have another nice move there. There goes Bank of America. New highs of the day on BAC. Huge breakout there. Let's take a look at the trade challenge. And the trade challenge trade now up 30% once again. I'm watching Qs over to the right here. Take a look at Qs on a 3-month daily. Looking extremely ugly here. There was that 10 crossing below that 20. It got up to that 10. Remember we were talking about Qs and the major ETFs here over the past few days? You know, so as you guys can see here, you know, we had that breakout. We retraced. We had that 10 crossing below that 20-day simple moving average. We had the MACD cross already back here. We got red bars below the 0 line of the histogram of the MACD showing momentum lower here. And as you can see, Qs are at the lows of the day right now, continuing to pull back, continuing to retrace, and looking pretty ugly there. So that has some support right around 360. But as you can see, I'm still, you know, I'm up $1,800 now for the day. So a little pullback from the highs there. That's Ford pulling back. You know, it's up about 3% right now. It's up a little over 4% before. So that little fluctuation there, it's coming from those Ford calls. Let's see, COF moving nicely. The financials are looking great. I wanted to take a look at Visa here as well. I think we could possibly do a Visa swing trade. We got that 1020 coming up. Notice how she's now trading between that 10-day simple moving average and that red 50-day simple moving average. So we're getting a squeeze between the simple moving averages here. And what that's telling us is a change in momentum. You know, there's a stalemate between the bulls and the bears here, and we're starting to consolidate. So now what we can look at, that MACD's already crossed. We have green bars above 0 line of histogram, the MACD, but we're continuing to pull back down. We have support right around 225. So if it comes down to 225 and we get that green candle climb off of that support area, that is a nice entry there for a swing trade on Visa there. So that's what I'm going to be looking for. Bank of America still climbing. We're up 35% right now on Bank of America trade. Bank of America 43.91 a share. Robinhood's at the highs of the day right now.
Jake Sherman,
Let's see,
joining
COF.
Representative McGovern says upon exiting the House.
COF is looking great there, Jerry. Easy 177.50 target. You know, so if I was looking at something on Capital One, COF here, I'd be looking at that October 15th. Buy to open, sell to open. Let's take a look at an out-of-the-money vertical spread, see what that's going for, see what the max gains could be on that out-of-the-money vertical spread on COF. So if we have 177.50 as our target, we could buy that 175, 177.50 vertical spread. 175, sell to open the 177.50, and that's going for 85 cents to be worth $2.50. 2.5, divide that by 0.85, that's a max net gain of 194% if Capital One gets 177.50 or higher from now until October 15 monthly expo. Tesla is still breaking out here. Nice little run on Tesla.
Again, continued
Heavy call activity on Tesla. Let's see here. Looking good. Financials still on the climb. COF climbing. Let me put Tesla up here. I'm watching Cassava Sciences. I'm watching Robinhood. Robinhood's at the highs of the day again. Tesla is looking great. I'd like to see AMD start to climb here. There goes Tesla again. New highs of the day on Tesla. Let's see. Jerry says she's in the Capital One, October 15th, 164s. I'm watching Tesla right above there. COF. There goes Bank of America again. Another nice climb on BAC.
This morning. Their own buy now, pay later program.
Our Bank of America trade challenge trades now up nearing 40%, guys. Nearing 40% gain on BAC, and BAC is at the highs of the day. Jerry, I'd be watching COF there. That's probably going to be taken off. There goes Bank of America, guys. Look at that breakout on BAC. I mean, she is taking off. She just broke resistance, just broke new highs here in this cycle, and that is continuing to look great there. Let's go back a little bit more here on BAC. Man, that'd be nice to see that 55 as that next target resistance. 55 from going all the way back to 2006. That is looking good there. Robinhood's still on the climb, guys. Take a look at Hood. Wow, Bank of America trade up 39%, 39.19. Robinhood, now do you see how that turned green quickly? Now this morning that was a red candle, if you guys remember. Do you guys remember that was a red candle this morning? We got that climb off that 10. So I'm looking for that nice little climb here, possibly back up to 50 if we get a nice breakout. Now remember, what's tomorrow? I'm thinking today's Wednesday. Thursday is the unemployment numbers. So, you know, I want to keep an eye on that. There's Tesla pulling back. Couple candle pull back there at that 20. Qs are continuing to head lower. AMD is pulling back. Got a $1,900 profit on the day today so far, which is down about 1,000 off the highs there from that Ford being up much more this morning. Continuing to watch Bank of America pull back a little bit there from those highs. I mean, look at the Dow and NASDAQ, guys, and the S&P 500. I mean, they're down significantly, and we're still seeing some nice profits here today. Was up 2,200 before. Right now, P&L for the day here is about $1,837. Tesla pulling back a little bit from those highs there, down about $7 off those highs. Watching Robinhood, Bank of America still holding above 43.90. AMD just turned red again. Let's take a look at the general market here. Let's take a look at SPY. SPY now, guys, notice how the market got up to that 10 and she's pulling back now. SPY could have a much larger retracement back down to 430 again. You know, just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind, guys. Don't be going long right now. There's SPY on a daily. Now here's Diamond ETF on a daily. Diamond ETF got up to that 20-day simple moving average, pulling back a bit there. And take a look at Qs. Qs on a daily chart got right up to that 10 and pulled right back. You guys remember, as soon as she entered into BDM, I started telling you guys, don't be going long just yet. Watch what's going on in the market. Watch for market movers. Those are the ones we're going to be trading. And right now, Qs are in BDM. 10 crossing below that 20-day simple moving average. The MACD's already crossed. We got red bars below the zero line on the histogram of the MACD. We got up to that yellow 10-day simple moving average, and we're retracing, pulling back down to support. We got support on the Qs at about 360. We break below that 360 there, we could be looking at that 350. So keep an eye. Qs are at the lows of the day right now. You know, we got a nice opportunity there. Our Ford trades up nicely. Our SPY hedge is actually doing pretty well that we still holding on to. And Bank of America is looking good. I think I'm going to lock in profits on our Bank of America trade. Alrighty, guys, I just exited out of our Bank of America trade challenge trade here. 228 was the exit.
EIQ resuming trade now, $8.54. Echo India Quebec. ADIL, Dow Pharmaceuticals, announcing a new research collaboration agreement with the University of Virginia to advance next generation adenosine compounds for wound healing. That's Alpha Delta India Lima.
Okay, there we go. That alert is being sent out right now. Robinhood is still climbing up 2.5% now on Robinhood. Tesla's trying to get a climb there. AMD is continuing to pull back right down to that 105 there, Doc. I'm watching AMD on that other chart right here. Right down to that 10, right around 105 there. Robinhood's still climbing there. That's looking pretty good. Stock's up 2.6% there on the day. Z's up 139%. 139% gain he sold on breaking chart alerts. He sold on Bank of America. It's close to it. BCA. BAC, BCA. So nice job there, Z. Great job. CCL green for the day there. Let's take a look at CCL. What's that up to? CCL still on that climb. That's looking great there. I think Doc is still in that one. That's looking good. Qs are pulling back sharply here, guys. Sharp pullback on Qs again. If you guys are looking for a day trade setup, you could certainly be looking for some of those Q puts or SPY puts right now. NASDAQ's down 256 points, down 1.8%. And we still got a profit. Off the highs, you know, we're continuing to pull back. We were up 1,800 last time I showed you. Now we're up about 1,400. Tesla retracing a little bit here. Qs, new lows of the day on Qs.
Take a look there at the NASDAQ 100 heat map. As you see, of course, a lot of red there. Red sea. In some ways, electronic artifacts it's not part. Here's your Govt now, Moses.
So we are out of the Bank of America trade, guys. Let me just post that in the trade room here as well. Just for those of you in the trade room that are not live with us. Look at Diamond continuing to retrace there. That's looking pretty ugly.
Coming up at 10, the Richmond Manufacturing Index for September. And CV Consumer Confidence.
Super mega roll. Whoa, it's huge. Shutdown Super Mega Roll is $6 a month and lasts so much longer, you don't always have to worry about the roll running out.
I'm glad for the recipe, Dad.
Me too. It was a huge relief.
Enjoy the Govt Charmin, guaranteed to fit or your money back.
We did it again. Verizon has been named America's most reliable network by Retraces. And our customers rated us #1 for network.
Wow, this browser is very slow today.
#1 in reliability.
ES Second Sight Medical granted U.S. patent method and apparatus
27 times
to provide safety checks for neural stimulation. That's Echo Yankee Echo Sandy.
That's why we're building 5G right. That's why there's only one best.
Your eyes, beautiful on the outside. But if you have diabetes, there can be some not so pretty stuff going on inside. It's true.
Here is that trade challenge trade we just closed out on Bank of America. Now remember, see the sizing of that? It was only 3 contracts there. We bought it for what, $1.40 some? $1.20 some? I'm not sure what we bought it for there, but yeah, we ended up closing that out for a profit, and that's how you build that small account there. One trade at a time. Look for those good setups. Give yourself a little extra time. It might take some time there, but you know, getting wealthy doesn't happen overnight. You got to build that throughout the way there with a good trade plan and a good system.
Go back to the pool. The last day of vacation is still vacation.
Qs are climbing off those lows now. I'm looking at Qs over to the right. Looks like the market's climbing off the lows a little bit here. Let's see if it continues. There goes Qs here on a today 1 minute chart. That's what I'm watching for here. Are we going to break above that 20-day simple moving average? If it does, it's going to be the first time today that it's breaking above that blue 20-day simple moving average. And we also have the MACD. Notice when we were breaking down. Notice when we were breaking down here this morning from opening bell, and then, you know, let me just get my annotation up here. Notice how when we were breaking down, here's open, we pulled back, you know, and then we got up to that 10, we pulled back, we got up to that 10, pulled back, And now we're getting up to that 20 here. Now we're squeezing between that 10 and 20-day simple moving average. So now what I want to see is a climb above that blue 20 SMA. If we see that, that's going to be a nice opportunity for a possible day trade setup and trading it back up to about that 366 for a DT, a day trade. But not doing it until you get all those confirmations with our trade plan, because it is still technically in breakdown momentum here, getting up to that 20, not breaking above it yet. But I'm watching AMD holding above that 10 and 50-day simple moving average. Bank of America, big pullback since we ended up closing that out. That was a nice exit there on our Bank of America trade. Great job for those of you that ended up closing out Bank of America. Did you guys close that out? What was your profit on BAC? That was a big pullback from those highs there when we sold ours. We sold ours right here at that 947 candle. Beautiful exit there, right around 43.90. Let's see. Captain Thomas says he sold it for a 25% profit. Nice. Good job. I'm watching Tesla here. Tesla wants to break that 10-day simple moving average. So I'm watching that one right here on that chart. Over here, I'm watching AMD. Right here is Robinhood. Obviously, right here that you guys are seeing, I'm watching Bank of America. I got Q's over here. I got SPY. And I got a few others. Delta Airlines just turned green again for the day. There goes Tesla. First candle above that 10-day simple moving average since the 9:43 candle, 9:42 a.m. candle. So I'm watching that here. Now, you notice how we're locking in profits as we go along here. So I'm expecting to lock in profits on some of these other trades here as well, over the next day or two. Captain, I was just looking at Apple up above here. Apple hasn't been breaking that 145. It's really been struggling with that. 145 yesterday. 147.50 is, some resistance there. But for me, if I was trading Apple, I'd need to break above 145, and then I'd probably be looking for that 147.50. You could do a short-term swing trade on that if you wanted to trade that up to that 147.50. But like I said, the markets are down so much today. Why are you going against the general market? So for me, I just want to analyze the markets right now, see what's going on, and see if there's any other types of big swings. Remember, we had a big day today. The market, Dow is down, 250 points. NASDAQ's down 231 points right now. So you could have that next leg of selling pressure come in any moment, and I certainly don't want to get caught up in that. That's why we started taking a little bit of profits here earlier this morning. Lock in those profits and now look for that next move here. I'm watching AMD carefully. Qs are still climbing off those lows. Tesla's breaking above 786 now. There she goes for 787. Nice little run there on Tesla. I'm going to watch and see if that can break above that blue 20-day simple moving average on a today 1-minute chart. I'm watching over there. Robinhood's holding above that 1020, still green on the day. BAC's about, about 40 cents off the lows there, or off the highs. I'm going to look now at the top movers here that I was talking to you guys about before in the trade room. I shared that with you. Energy had a big run again today. Remember yesterday on my notepad right here, guys? You guys remember this? Do you remember that notepad I made yesterday here that says our morning watch list? Yesterday was Bank of America, JP Morgan Chase, AIG. That was the financial sector. The airlines, we were looking at Delta, Southwest, and United Airlines. We were looking at Sava. And then at the energy sector here, I had SLB, which is Schlumberger. I had Exxon Mobil, XOM. I had BP, British Petroleum. Xcc, Cimarrex Energy, and then CVX, Chevron. Take a look at what these are doing here today. I mean, it's had nothing but a huge climb here. So if we take a look at Exxon Mobil, Let's take a look. Look at that Exxon Mobil up 1.5% here today, continuing to climb. Now, if you look at a daily chart here, notice this. Sammy, and those of you that are trying to learn the trade plan here, notice what happened here. You had that 10-20 crossover right here. Let me zoom in a little bit here, right?
FC announced strategic partnership to offer
So you had that 10 crossing above that 20. That next green candle is your confirmation entry, right? Because you already have that crossover on the MACD. That always happens first. You're trading above the 0 line on the histogram of the MACD, right? So you got a big check mark there. 3 check marks is a confirmed entry. So now we have our MACD check mark. We have our crossover check mark, and we have our green candle after the crossover check mark. So here was your entry right here when she's at about what? What is this right here? At about $56 a share. $56 with our trade plan you're getting in, and she's making a nice run there. Now, your next resistance is going to be around $62.50. So, you know, if you take a look at that, let me pull up, let me get rid of this annotation so I can move out. So if you take a look there, 65 is going to be a nice target there for that continued run, especially going into the winter months here. Still pulling back from the highs here. I was up 1,300 before. I'm up about 900 now on the day there after that pullback on Ford. So up $896.50 there. And that's all the intraday volatility. There goes Tesla breaking down here. New lows of the day on Tesla. Qs are breaking down again now. Now there's Exxon Mobil. Take a look at SLB, Schlumberger. Schlumberger is another one. Just had that 10-20 crossover. It's starting to break out. You got a nice room for some nice growth there on Schlumberger. Let's take a look at BP, British Petroleum. Another one here. You know, it's at the lows of the day now, so you might start to see a little bit of a retracement there from what I'm seeing on BP. You know, she might come back down to that 27 again pretty quick, but you know, that's another one there. If you just look at the long-term setup there, I mean, that's a nice leap opportunity all the way up, back up to about $45 a share. You see, it was all the way at the lows here of about $15. It's just coming off the lows. So if you're looking for something longer term here, you could be looking at BP. Now, the only thing that is the downside that you got to be thinking about is, okay, the Biden administration here, you know, obviously they want, you know, they want renewable energy and whatnot. So, you know, that could have an impact on some of these oil and gas stocks. Now, the next one, Xcc Cimarrex Energy. That's another one here. Here's a 3-month daily chart, just continued breakout. Sammy, notice the trade plan, right? Now, this is why I tell you guys, when you see the first cycle forming, so you see Cimarrex here, right? It was in breakdown momentum for about, what, a month, 2 months here? For about 2 months here, it was in BDM, a month and a half, right? Now, when it started that new cycle, there's that breakdown momentum right here. So there's that 10 crossing below that 20. The MACD already crossed. So now you're trading below that 20-day simple moving average for the entire time there, right? So that's your breakdown momentum cycle, BDM, breakdown momentum. That's when you're trading puts or shorting shares. Okay? Now, when you start to see that transition between that 10 and 50-day simple moving average, that's when you're saying, okay, there's something else happening here. Now you got that MACD cross. That's going to happen first. Then you got that 10-20 cross. And then your next green candle right here, that is your entry candle for a, you know, anything 3 to 6 months out for Expo. And, you know, see Cimarrex here, that was at about, what, $67. So 67 was your entry, and she's at $90 now. She was just over $90, $92. So you see there, if you give yourself time, even when you have retracements right here, that last 4 days, you know, that gets frustrating seeing that. But you're following the trade plan. Is it holding above that 10-day simple moving average for a strong breakout, or is it pulling back down to that 20, holding that 20, continuing to climb? That's going to tell you the time frame on those trades. So right now, energy stocks are looking great. But if you see intraday, they're pulling back from the highs right now. We sold out of Bank of America. Beautiful exit there. She's at 43.40 now. We sold that when she was at about 43.90. Robinhood just turned red here on the day. AMD right around that 105, 104.79 right now.
That's Golf Foxtrot, GFF.
You guys should be out of the Palantir trade that we got out of yesterday. First one was a winning trade. Second one we got out of for a loss here. Let me see. Pull that up here. Here is Palantir. Close that on the 27th, 9:54 a.m. Let me just post that in the trade room for you guys. Let me see where that is here. If that's the trade you guys are talking about, we sold that one yesterday, 9:54 a.m. when we were live. I'm not sure if you guys are still in the first one, the second one. Look at Q's making new lows here. Tesla continuing to pull back. Skyjack, you still holding on to that Tesla call? That's for the October 8th Expo. I figured we'll watch that for a little bit there. Still not really trading below that previous candle's body. Only up $840 now on the day after being up around $3,000 this morning. But the markets are still pulling back. NASDAQ's down 300 points here, and we're still managing to have a profit, even though it's diminishing here a little bit. We're still up $850 on the day there. $814.50. I'm watching here, seeing if there's anything we could day trade. We could probably jump into some SPY puts if we wanted to. That's still continuing to pull back.
Al-Qaeda with aspirations to attack the United States is a very real possibility.
Guys, breaking news. One of the generals said Al-Qaeda could be planning an attack on the United States. It's a real threat. Where the hell did the Al-Qaeda come from now? Man, what a disaster over there. You guys still have those SPY puts for that October 8th Expo, that hedge, that 431 put we have? That's acting beautifully as a hedge here today. That's up $630. AMD still pulling back heavily here, guys. SPY's continuing to pull back. Thinking about picking up a SPY put here, just as a simple little day trade. Let's see here. SPY. You guys want to do a day trade? September 29th Expo.
Trump will certainly going to be asked about this, what the Fed can do to offset the fallout if the debt limit is not raised, and also likely raise questions about high inflation, the outlook for policy, with the Fed set to reduce its asset purchases, and conflict of interest questions that might yet
I'm watching Spy right here. I'm getting ready.
Fed officials, Dallas Fed President Robert Kaplan and Boston Fed President Eric Rosengrant. In his testimony, Powell's going to strike a more worrisome tone on inflation than perhaps he has in the past. He's going to say upward pressures and supply bottlenecks has lasted longer than expected, and he'll say the Fed will react to higher sustained inflation even though.
Alrighty, guys, I just jumped into the 434 strike put on SPY for the September 29th Expo. I am in at $1.62. I just got this as a little day trade here.
First hike originally had been priced in for December, but it's now due into November. Both officials are going to paint a relatively positive outlook on the economy, though both say that the Delta variant is taking some of the shine off the recent rebound. David?
Steve, thank you.
Reuters reporting House Speaker Pelosi tells lawmakers House may vote on debt ceiling as soon as Tuesday, according to sources.
Debt ceiling is going to be voted on Tuesday, they're saying now.
Yesterday's hearing, but I'd love to start off on this these resignations, Rosengrant in particular, Kaplan obviously.
Charlie Gasparino tweeting, Republicans will push back on SEC Chair Gensler's attack on payments.
Now watch cues here. We're watching it to continue to break below that blue 20-day simple moving average on that put that we just got, that day trade. That's what we're looking for. And we got tomorrow's expo if we wanted to hold that overnight there in case any other type of news comes in and we want to see that big drop overnight. Main account now only up $478. That Ford trade's up $850 for the day. The SPY puts up $700, and Disney's down about $975.
The complexity of what he did, the timing with which he did it, raises perception issues, and it's basically a risk mitigation strategy using calls and puts, which is almost incomprehensible to anybody that looks at the system, doesn't understand finance, and it was timed very poorly.
Market's still pulling back there. Got about a 5% gain on those SPY puts. We got the SPY 434 strike put. Let me put that up here for you.
Although he was going to retire a couple months more. So now it's up to the Board of Governors, and very importantly, for the Federal Reserve Bank boards, the Dallas board, to create some.
And we paid $1.62 for that. So that's the trade we ended up getting into right there.
Broke the rules. They just had bad judgment here, and they're paying the price for it. I hate to see them go because they're both very good on the FOMC. They're independent thinkers, and I hope that the replacement will reflect the same thing.
Yeah. Now, listen, we understand that we have rules in place here at CNBC in many ways for the same reasons, Richard, which is not necessarily because we think somehow that we're going to buy stocks and benefit from it as much as.
Now AMD is right down to that 1020, but like I said, it's day's not over yet. But the markets are pretty ugly.
Rod Brown plans to introduce a bill to
I did it differently when I was there.
ban stock trading by U.S. Federal Reserve officials.
Ban stock trading. What are they saying?
Extraordinary popular was all of Churchill's.
I didn't catch all that. All I heard was ban stock trading. There you go. Robinhood's back in the green now for the day, up 9 cents on the day.
Shares of Robinhood Markets getting a pop now on that tweet from Charlie Gasparino.
So
Republicans pushing back against Gary Gensler's attack on payment reporting flow. That hotel hostile Delta.
So Robinhood's probably going to get a nice climb off that news right there. Got a 6% gain on the SPY puts, 9% gain on the SPY puts.
Yeah, as you know, I like that because that was one of my roles when I was there. It's up to the board.
Speaker Pelosi says in the next day or so
9% gain on those SPY puts.
hopes to have more details on
11% gain. SPY's pulling back there. SPY's at new lows of the day.
Certainly want to find some of those just as long as here to replace summarize everything so succinctly and so well.
AMD just got a nice little pop there, Powers.
Great voice. I know that Jay Powell held a higher regard on policy.
SPY back up to that 10.
Those boards, remember, these are independent banks.
NASDAQ's down 307 points right now. That's a big drop there on the NASDAQ.
Is to have this federalist system. So those boards will make the decision, and let's pray that they get good men or women to replace these two that are departing, who were very good leaders within the Federal Reserve System.
So as Fed Chairman Powell is testifying on the Hill today, and we're seeing this pretty dramatic over the last week in particular move higher.
Let's see down here. Democrat Senator Sherrod Brown says he has plans to introduce a bill to ban stock trading by U.S. Federal Reserve officials.
Morgan, I want to go back to Rick Santelli's comment just a few minutes ago. It's not just the 10-year. It's the 2 and the 5 and the 10. Inflation break-evens are spreading out. In the UK, for example, the current inflation break-even is back to July 2008. Remember, we were having a surge in inflation back then across the world.
Market's still not climbing above that 20-day simple moving average there.
And we're seeing euro bonds come up simultaneously. So obviously there's some skepticism about the transitory nature of inflation. We're hearing every company reporting their earnings talking about the need to raise prices and to deal with not just the supply side, but the cost side.
Anyone jump in those SPY puts here with a day trade? If the Senate wants to ban Fed officials from trading stocks, then they need to apply it to themselves as well. I agree. Randy, 1,000%.
FDO Pharmaceuticals granted U.S. patent methods for treating diseases associated with respiratory viruses. That's Alpha Michael Papa Echo, AMPE.
Guys, we got a 20% gain on those SPY puts already. Easy money there on that pullback. 19.64%. Let's see. There we go. Let's see a couple big red candles there. There we go. 25% gain now on those SPY puts. Quick, easy money there. I want to see that AMD take off, though. I got that AMD trade yesterday in the wife's account there. She's like, Dave, find me a great trade. That was her second one there. What was that first trade I made for her? Randy's up 45% on his SPY puts and 40% on his Qs. Nice job, Randy. Sava, yes, that's right. Sava was her first. That was a nice one. Wow, look at those SPY puts up 30% right now. Let me see what her... I only got her 1 or 2 contracts in her Robinhood account. Let me pull that up. I don't remember her password. I think I had it saved here. Okay, so she's down $110 today from that. I got her 1 contract of that AMD for this week's expo, so that's not bad. She's still in the green. But I want that AMD trade to start to climb there. I want to see that above 105 by the end of today. Let me get my account back up here. There we go. Ow. 27% gain. 28% gain. 29, 30%, 31, 33, 40% gain. Wow, let me look at that chart there. Wow, look at that pullback there. Nice continued pullback.
Secretary Yellen begins testimony before the Senate committee.
And yeah, 30 years is not transitory. Here, you're gonna live to be 100.
Look at that pullback there on SPY. 37% gain. That trade that we just got into, it only costed $162 per contract. So if you had 10 contracts, that trade cost you $1,620. It's now worth $2,250. So quick, what, $600 profit right there, $700 profit. And she's still dropping. There we go, 39% gain. Let's take a look now what our target's going to be as she continues to drop. There we go, 41% gain right now, 41%, 42%, 43%. Beautiful trade there, guys. All right, let's take a look. Wow, she's still going, 46% gain. Alrighty, so look at that candle right here, that pullback. I think we're going to see that 430 by tomorrow. I'd love to hold on to that because if we do, we're going to make about $5 grand on that. I think that 430 is going to be an easy target. I wish, though, we had that expo going into the unemployment numbers because that's going to be a catalyst there, too. But, you know, if I get 100% gain there, I'm going to lock in some profits. Let's see, Qs. So Qs, you got some support at 360. I'd be looking to take profits around 360. She drops below that 360. You know, you could look at 350 there. I'm not sure what expiration you have there, but if you have longer than this week's expo, I'd be looking for that 350. If you have this week's expo, I'd be looking for 360. Let's see, Sava got a pop. I'm out of Sava trades. Sava's looking great there. That's a nice setup. I love Sava. I love that chart. I mean, that's one stock, I'm telling you, that in a month from now, you're going to see that at 100, 120 bucks. And you're going to be like, damn, I should have picked that up when it was 60 bucks. It's just one of those movers. Once it's got some momentum behind it, it usually has a nice climb. And that's one I was actually looking at yesterday. I went out for some wings and stuff with Sophie last night. And I watched the Cowboys game, and I brought my iPad with me, and I was watching. And Sava's actually in a lot of these Reddit groups and whatnot. They're posting a lot about it, and some of these YouTubers and whatnot are posting about Sava as well. So, you know that it's getting some publicity there.
Facebook asks Oversight Board for recommendations on company's Xcc system. Vice President Global Affairs.
And damn Disney, I'm down 1,100 bucks on that Disney trade today. After having that beautiful day yesterday, look at Disney. Got right up to that 10-day, and on a daily chart here, failing at that 10. So I got to decide what I want to do with Disney. But like I said, we have the Disney Leap. We have the June 17th 190 call. So that's definitely one that, you know, I mean, less than a month ago, it was at 187, 188. So, you know, that's one that could move drastically just in the course of a month here. So, you know, I'm just going to be looking to add to that one once the timing's right there. Probably 172.50 is going to be acting as that support. Not doing anything with AMD yet.
Marijuana moment, tweeting federal grants for hemp farmers should be expanded. State Agriculture Department.
If it ends the day there, Steve, then obviously that's a sell signal. There goes SPY pulling back again. Back up 38%, 39% on the SPY puts.
FEYE FireEye granted U.S. patent systems and methods for attack simulation on a production network. That's Foxtrot Echo Yankee Echo FireEye.
The interest rate picture, or are you more or less sort of where you've been previously?
Hey, David. Yes, I think
Now it looks like SPY's starting to climb. So see how I'm watching the markets here? SPY's starting to climb above that 10. So it might be a low right here that we just saw. Take a look at SPY. And how could we tell that? We could tell that by, you know, we got that 435 support here, right? And now we got that first candle above that 10 for a bit here. So let's see if it's going to fail right around that 436 and pull back. If she breaks above that 436, you know to get out of that SPY put as a day trade. That trade's still up 27% right now.
SSY Sunlink Health System is reporting.
But you're seeing here, are you getting that confirmation candle breaking that 436, or is she going to fail here at that 10?
That's Sandy.
Wow, look at that pullback Bank of America had, guys. We did a hell of a job selling that Bank of America trade when we did. That was a trade challenge trade there, so great job on that. Back up 28% on the SPY puts.
in DC, and certainly just looking at some of the drama and some of the legislating that's happening this week. I mean, we're showing images of Chair Powell, who's at chair right now, but just a few moments ago, it was Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen who has said that the government has until October 18th to raise the debt limit. How real is the risk there?
I was surprised the secretary actually gave.
I'm watching SPY there, seeing if that's going to fail. Now, if she breaks below that 435, you're going to see that big candle that drops right below it. You know, because that 435 is some support here. So if it breaks below that 435, we're probably going to see much larger pullback here through the rest of the day. There we go. SPY's nearing lows of the day again. Back up 38% now on our SPY puts. 39%. 41% gain on the SPY puts. Randy, what are you up on your SPY puts there? You probably got a better fill, or you got a, well, you couldn't got a shorter term expo there. You might have gotten a different strike. 39%, 40.
Coming up at 10:30, Dallas Fed Services revenues and Texas services sector outlook.
Steve, I will start with you. Just in terms of some of the headlines that we have gotten from both of these officials so far in this process.
Well, I think that Janet Yellen is warning, as the law had said, and as the testimony says about.
So far, it's holding that support at that 435. He's up 50% on Qs and 60% on SPY. Nice job, Randy.
There's going to be a financial crisis and a recession. And Chair Powell is giving a pretty upbeat picture of the economy, except for saying that the Delta variant has taken some of the shine off the road that's out there, striking a bit of a more, dire tone or concerned tone about.
Still pretty early, not even an hour into opening bell here, so I'm still watching AMD. Watching SPY here, watching Bank of America continue to pull back there from those highs. She's red for the day now. Nice job selling those. Ford had a large pullback. I'm only up $206 now after being up $3,000 in the morning there. But like I said, these are swing trades, so I'm not worried about intraday moves on this. This is the long main account. So 278.50 now. So big pullback from the highs. But like I said, mentally you got to prepare yourself for that. That's the swing trade.
Well, one thing that the Treasury Secretary has been adamant about is that
Those Disneys for that June 17th, 2022, I'm going to be adding to those, once we get that breakout. There goes SPY now. See how you got SPY, the first candle between that 10 and 20? That's telling me already. You already see the MACD below? I'd be out of the day trade. I'd be out of it. And then I'd re-enter if she drops below 435, because 435 is your support there.
And the problem is that all of that takes time. The expectation is that could take a week, perhaps 2 weeks. I mean, we're looking at just 18
Now she breaks below that 435. That could be another entry into some more puts there. But that's important. Notice I'm going through this with you tick by tick here on what to be looking for.
Be brief, if you would. What would be the impact on our economy if they block all efforts to raise the debt ceiling?
See the green bars above the zero line on histogram of the MACD? That's showing me momentum. So there you go. You're getting a candle above that 20. Let's see if it holds by the end of this candle. And we were able to catch it right near the lows with our trade plan. That's what you have to understand, guys. We got in, on this breakdown here, and then you're able, right off that lows of that support at 435, you're able to get out of that put right here. One candle above the previous candle, which was the lows of the day. And now you can say, okay, now my second day trade is going to be a break below 435, because 435 is acting as support here. So now if it breaks below that 435, you can enter into that second day trade now.
Unemployment would surely rise, and as we saw in 2011, even coming very close to the deadline without raising the debt ceiling can.
Treasury Secretary Yellen.
Yellen's talking here, so I'm listening to her.
Procurement would
Yeah,
be
Pierre.
More than this, in the
catastrophic.
United States, it led to a debt downgrade and soaring interest rates,
Who'd
which
you guys like better as the Fed
Dallas
chair,
Fed Services,
Powell or
Dallas Fed
Yellen?
Texas Services Sector
Now,
Index
see
was
how
4.7
SPY's continuing to climb there a
in
bit?
September versus 5.4 in August. Texas Services Sector Revenue Index 14.5 in September versus 16.5 in August.
We know it's just wrong. They know it's just wrong. Chair Powell, the most recent jobs report saw, as you pointed out, saw unemployment decreasing generally, but it also showed a continued racial unemployment gap, and the unemployment is rising for black workers. You committed
Yellen says unemployment will rise if the debt limit is not increased.
labor market. Thank you for that. And last week you announced that policy tightening will begin in November with tapering and interest rate targets will increase next year. Why take away economic support just when workers are getting back on their feet and starting to see?
Can you message the teacher and let her know that Sophia forgot her lunch bag in the car today? Make sure she gets a school lunch.
Worth of securities every month, and all of those purchases add to accommodation. They're increasing accommodation, and we had set a test for beginning to taper those purchases.
Now, see how we were able to talk about SPY coming off those lows? Sammy, are you listening to me right now? You always say, Dave, how could you pick the lows right there? Notice how that 435 here was acting as support. So when we were watching this tick by tick here, you're able to lock in those profits right here at that 1028 candle, right when you see that transition. And you see the MACD, you see the green bars above zero line and hits ground MACD, and now you could be looking for another put entry below 435. If she breaks below 435, that's the next entry into that pullback. So you know how breakout momentum, you have that breakout and then you have the retracement down to that 10 or 20-day simple moving average. With puts, with breakdown momentum, it's just the opposite. You know, you're breaking down and then you're getting back up to that 1020 when you see some of that profit taking happening, and then you're either A, changing cycles, or B, failing at that 20 and then starting that pullback again. So right now, you're already looking. You're not entering into puts right now. You're saying, okay, break below that 435. That'd be a nice entry there into some of those puts.
Particularly a fully refundable child tax credit. Does it increase labor force participation and boost local economies?
I believe that it does. I think the evidence shows that very strongly, that it helps parents take care of their children. As I mentioned in my opening statement, we've seen that hunger, the number of families that don't feel they don't have, their children don't have enough to eat, drops.
Listen to Yellen saying about people don't have enough to eat. Well, tell them get a job.
Fed Chair Powell says Fed has all but met criteria to support tapering.
And of course, it can be used for childcare and provide the kind of support that enables parents to take jobs.
And thank you, sorry to interrupt. Thank you for the way that you and Treasury have gotten those checks out monthly starting in July. Thank you for that.
Now, see what's going on with politics right now? So that's why you're seeing that market retrace here. And it's going to continue to retrace until they pass that bill. I'm telling you that right now. So be prepared for some market volatility here over the course of the next week.
Diversity at the Fed a priority. I agree with what you said in that article. Institutions that focus on diversity and do it well are the successful institutions in our society. Cutting it even closer over its 108-year history, no black woman has
I mean, what I don't get is why can't the Democrats even come together? You know, their own party can't even come together and reach a deal in the House. That's what's crazy.
a seat at the table. Should we make that a priority?
They like pointing out this type of stuff so they could get what they want. See, that's what it is.
You want everybody's voice heard around the table. That would certainly include black women, and we of course have no role in the selection process, but we're certainly welcome.
Secretary Yellen, do you agree with that? It's time to have black women on the board of government.
I do. I think diversity.
Now, you see how SPY is still not breaking below that 435? That's why it's so important to know your support, your resistance areas, and know the trade plan.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Now watch, here you come. Another pullback here.
If the government
See, she breaks below that 435.
will certainly require more borrowing to pay for all that spending.
go. There we go. There's that next pullback there. You see when that broke below that support, how quick that candle moved down there?
Ignore our warnings about this excessive spending, but they want us to vote to raise the debt ceiling in order to permit the
They're talking about the debt ceiling here. Let's see. The candle still didn't close below 435 yet.
the procedural ability to pass this spending on their own.
I think we're going to see some bigger candles coming in now.
Procedural ability to raise the debt ceiling.
Look at how quick they're moving here.
They inevitably will have to end up.
Size of the candles are getting larger.
Earlier this year, there were certainly sectors of our economy, especially the price-sensitive, the sectors sensitive to reopening, experienced pretty dramatic but largely temporary price spikes. It seems to me now we're seeing a broader, more troubling kind of inflation. Input prices are soaring across the board: raw materials, electrical components, energy, and consumer expectations seem to have internalized this. The New York Fed's most recent survey shows that
Now, see, she breaks above that 436, then you could start looking for some of those calls. It just had that 10 crossing over that 20, right? The MACD already crossed. So now you're just, if you're out of that day trade, you're saying, okay, break above 436, probably be looking for some calls. And then to break below that 435 here, you'd be looking for some puts. You got your support and your resistance areas that you're looking for right now. So see, this is what we're looking for right now here. This is what we're watching so we could tell what the markets are going to do. We have resistance and then we have support all day right here at that 435. But you see the MACD, it already crossed over. The 1020 cross already happened. So that's giving us a sign there that we're looking for a breakout next. And there we go. It's breaking through that resistance, 436. Now see how beautiful that trade plan worked right there. SPY's continuing to break above that 436, holding above it. Larger candles coming in now. And there you go. You got that continued breakout. John said he's entering into diamond calls, 145 calls, 345 calls, Friday's Expo. There you go, continued breakout. Now see how we were able to do that with the trade plan? There's your check mark number 1, check mark number 2. After that 1020 cross, first green candle above 1020 right here, and it broke through that resistance that we were talking about, that 436. So you got a beautiful entry. 3 check mark equals entry. And you're looking for that on a day trade. So, that's day trades. Now, swing trades are different. If you're looking at it today at 1 minute, a today 3 minute, today 5 minute chart, obviously that's what you're looking at with your day trades. You're following that trade plan. We just went through this beautifully here. We talked about closing out those puts right there on that candle, closed puts. And then we were saying, okay, guys, we have that check mark 1020 cross. We're trading between that. We're looking for that break above resistance at 436. Then we saw that 1020 cross happen right there. And then we were talking about it breaking above. And I said, guys, it looks like it's going to break out rather than down based upon the momentum we're seeing on the moving average convergence divergence. And the green bars we're seeing above the zero line on the histogram of the MACD. So beautiful trade plan right there that you could just follow and just make some quick profits in and out on that day trade chart. John's using all that nursing money here, going big on diamond calls. I like it, John. Getting that travel nurse pay. You're throwing it down.
SSY resumed trading. Sandy Yankee.
Let me know when you sell that, John. SPY right now got up to that resistance previously here around, 10, between 1009 to, 1013. Got up to that resistance.
Ideal if any central bank digital currency had authorized legislation from Congress.
Now see how AMD is getting a little climb off those lows here as well. That's why I'm saying at the end of the day for those swing trades, I want to see if it's holding above that 105.
$70 following their earnings report. Sandy Yankee.
which Congress could implement it, but certainly ratification of the treaty would be one way in which Congress could authorize.
Now watch, if SPY breaks that 436.50, you're going to see another larger breakout here. That's resistance at that 436.50. Right now it's failing to break above it. Bank of America is on the climb again.
The amount and the manner by which foreign governments can tax American companies, changing those treaties requires ratification in the Senate. There's no way around that I can see. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator. 2-8, Senator Tester is recognized from his office.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I want to welcome both Chairman Powell and Secretary Yellen. This first question is to you, Secretary Yellen.
Now see, before we were up $278.50. Now we're back up $746 on that breakout there from those lows. Up $746 for the day now. We were up $3,000 in the morning, so still continuing to climb off those lows there. Now there goes a SPY. You know, you're looking for that breakout, that candle with body above 436, 436.50.
NDGS Navigator Gas awarded approval in principle for ammonia-fueled gas carrier by Classification Society, DNV. That's November Victor Golf Sandy, NDGS.
Uses of these funds provided by Congress into the Treasury's guidance. Is there anything that the Treasury Department is doing which would prevent states like Montana from receiving the funds in two tranches and using the funds that they have already received now?
That can be done now. There's absolutely no need to wait.
Okay, so they can use that first.
Still failing to break that 436.50. Notice how the bodies get right up to that 436.50. Like, look at that. Look at how the bodies of those candles get right up to that. It's like, you know, when you're able to look at those support and resistance levels, they work like, you know, like anything you could imagine. Now you're just waiting for that either breakdown now or that break for that 436.50. And it's just patience. It's just patience and discipline. Waiting, watching. I'm watching Bank of America over to the right, though. That's continuing to climb back up to 43.49. There goes SPY holding that 10 right now. I'm watching AMD, though, still down a bit on that one. That one's back down to 104. I don't like Apple, Z. You know, I really don't. I don't think Apple's going to be... When'd you end up getting that trade, Z? Yeah, I don't like Apple there. It really needs to break above that 145 for me to be interested, even in the slightest.
Yes, I think it is correct.
Bank of America still on the climb.
Can you talk to me about the impact that you're seeing in the communities as program funds through the coronavirus state and local fiscal relief fund?
Now see how SPY held that 10? Now it looks like this candle here, you know, that could possibly break that 436.50. Take a watch here. Keep an eye on that. Breaks that, you know, we'll be looking for that 437, 437.50. Bank of America is still on the climb.
OVID, Ovid Therapeutics, granted U.S. patent use of MIR 928 or MIR 145.
Let me know if Sava starts breaking out. Now we're just at about back up to $1,000 for the day. So we were up $746 before. Now we're back up $920 for the day. Nothing major, you know. $920 for the day. That I'm down $925 on Disney, but that SPY put there in that Ford call is doing well.
That's Alpha India Kilo India.
Man, what is going on with AMD? Just broke below 104 on AMD.
That is absolutely correct. It has nothing to do
Shares of
with
Aikido Pharma.
future programs.
Aikido Pharma getting a pop here, 91 cents. Again, announcing that interest in
this Congress
electric
and
truck
previous
maker
Congresses, and it's
Teva Motors.
good on past commitments.
Teva.
That's Alpha India Kilo India.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I yield.
Hey, Senator Tester, Senator Shelby from Alabama is recognized.
Thank you. Welcome, both of you, Secretary, Madam Secretary, Chairman Powell. Chairman Powell, I'll direct my first question to you. The Phillips curve is an economic concept that represents an inverse relationship between inflation and unemployment. Historically, it's been utilized to understand the relationship.
Z says CCL's moving. But guys, if you're watching SPY here, see how she's trading between 436 and 436.50? That's your consolidation area right now. So you're seeing if it's going to, climb off of support here. If she continues to pull back down to 436, come down to the lower end of this consolidation, obviously it's going to match up with that 20-day. And then you're going to look and see if that continues to break out. She breaks above 436.50. You're buying some calls for a day trade. Break below that, real break below that 436 with confirmation candle after that. You could be looking at some puts. Let me take a look at CCL quick here. CCL is looking pretty good. Has that 1020 cross starting to break out there. Got some resistance right around that 2660. If it breaks that, you can be looking at that 2690. Bank of America is breaking out beautifully there. I've been watching that over to the right. Nice climb there on BAC. That looks like that's going to be heading right back up to that $44. There goes SPY, guys. Take a look at SPY.
Kilo Oscar Sandy.
SPY just broke out here a bit. Let's see if she breaks out of that consolidation and gets that green candle body after here for that confirmation. AMD back above 104. That's exactly what I wanted to see. Really nice climb there on BAC. That's got a nice run there. That's trade plan perfection right there with holding that 10, continuing that breakout. See, this is why you want to focus on a day trade. You got to focus on one, not jump all over the place there. Let's see what SPY doing. SPY still didn't break that 436.50. See how you got no body? See the bodies here? You got the wicks coming above that 436.50, but you got no body above that 436.50. So that's your resistance right here. And like I said before, your support is at 436, which is breaking below right now here. So look for the body to close below that support. And then you get that confirmation red candle, and then you could be looking for that day trade down to support at 435. See how your 10's starting to come down here, starting to cross. So you get a couple of green, red candles here. That's going to have that 10 crossing below that 20.
Senator Shelby, I do support eliminating state-cut basis.
Mohammed said every company is looking for hiring people. No one wants to work. Mohammed, there's a McDonald's by me. What was it? It's $15 or $17 an hour they're starting off with, and they're giving you a $1,000 signing bonus to flip burgers. It's insane. Now look at that breakdown. Now see how we were talking about that candle with body below that 436? You'd be looking for that pullback. Well, here it is. Continuing to retrace. Now you could be looking for that SPY put and targeting that 435, which is going to be that next support area right here. Breaks below that 435, you're going to see another big pullback here in the market. So be cautious and make sure you're not long. You know, unless you got, you know, some longer term swing trades here.
The prospects of family-owned farms or small businesses.
Ford's starting to climb a little bit again.
For exemptions to protect them. Even if there is not actually taxation imposed at death, getting rid of stepped-up basis would mean that an heir would inherit the original basis.
I'm glad to see Tesla not really breaking down there. You know, I'm okay with holding that Tesla call that I have for the October 8th Expo. As long as she doesn't start to really break down here. It's only down 0.9%, so that's manageable. We know Tesla has 2-3% moves, you know, throughout the day.
Wealthiest individuals to go untaxed.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Senator Order is recognized by his office.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I want to go back and revisit with the Treasury Secretary some of the concerns we all share about potential default. I think we all, many of us, Chairman and Ranking Member, were around in 2011. Our nation got close to that kind of default. Madam Secretary, and I worry about some of my colleagues who are concerned rightfully about additional mandatory spending, but if we were to go to this default basis, would it not be expected that that would cause a lack of faith in the American government's ability to meet its obligations, which in all likelihood would result in a interest rate spike? And is my math basically correct that if there were a 100 basis point increase in interest rates, 1% increase in interest rates, when we're looking at a $27 trillion debt, you're looking at more than a $200 billion a year additional mandatory interest payment? Those interest payments, because of that spike in interest rates, comes before payment of Social Security, payment of our military, any of our other priorities. And if you extrapolate that on a 10-year basis with concerns about spending, wouldn't that be close to an additional $2 trillion over 10 years of mandatory spending? Is there, Madam Secretary, anything faulty with that analogy or my math?
I don't believe. I don't believe. Well, I don't believe there's anything at all faulty about the math. I think there's no question that if Congress were to fail to raise the debt limit, or even if it was feared.
Every time Yellen comes on, market pulls back a bit.
It looks as
I gotta say though, I liked Yellen. I think she's a little bit, you know, she talks a little bit much about negativity, you know, not about the good things going on. So, you know, usually when she does speak, it pulls back a bit. But I like both of them. I think Powell was pretty good too. There we go. We're back up about $1,000 on the day here.
On the government debt would increase. I would be concerned that the dollar and treasury assets, which are regarded as the most secure in the world and serve as the basis for the dollar to be the reserve currency, that it would undermine confidence in the dollar as a reserve currency. And the interest payments of ordinary Americans on their mortgages and on their cars and on their credit cards would all go up in line with higher treasury borrowing costs, and it would increase.
See, listening to what she's saying is pretty important here. Get a feel of the economy.
Not something that you could then reverse if suddenly Congress came to the census. Once you saw any kind of spike in interest rates or some confidence losing, once this genie's out of the bottle, there's no putting it back in. Is that correct?
I think that's correct. And this would be a manufactured crisis we had imposed on this country, which has been going through a very difficult period, is on the road to recovery, and it would be a self-inflicted wound of enormous proportions.
And we all know that we are in an economic competition with China.
Now you break below that 435.50 here on SPY, you're going to have that next pullback. You'll be looking for that 435. The 10 already crossed below that 20 if you've noticed. The MACD crossed. You got red bars below zero line on the histogram of the MACD. So you're watching that 435.50 as that next support here. Breaks below that, you're looking for that 435. Nasdaq's down 334 right now.
Confidence in our government and in the role of the dollar and the safety of the dollar, which has really never been questioned. The dollar is a safe haven asset when times are turbulent that people feel is absolutely secure. I think China has a long ways to go in reforming its financial markets before the renminbi is a
AMC, Alpha Michael Charlie, January 145 call sweep. Now that's Alpha Michael Charlie, AMC.
AMC call sweeps coming in. Let's take a look quick at AMC. You got some call sweeps coming in on AMC. She's at 37.84. Actually, to be honest with you, the AMC opened up at the Loop here in Orlando, which is next to us. They've been closed forever. I didn't think they were going to open back up, but I went to the Loop the other day. Went to LensCrafter with my wife right next there, and bam, it was open, and there was a line out the door. So, but looking at that on a daily chart, though, it's in BDM. So they're picking up the call sweeps. But if you take a look here with our trade plan, it's still breaking lower. So for me, I would tell myself, okay, there's some call sweeps coming in, but I wouldn't be jumping in unless she broke above 40. Because if it breaks above 40, I could have 45 to 50 as my target. But right now, it's in breakdown momentum, so I don't want to catch a falling knife. Now, there goes SPY breaking down just like we talked about. And there she goes. Q's at the lows of the day. AMD is just pulling back sharply there. I only have her one contract in her Robinhood account there, so probably just hold on to that for my wife. Now, we were up, we were up 3,000 on open. Last time I showed you, we were up 920. Now, if we take a look with Ford continuing to break out there and SPY pulling back, now we're back up $1,144.50 on the day. And there goes SPY continuing to pull back there. Look at that pullback. So you can see now, since it's in breakdown momentum, see here's the 10 crossing below that 20. Here's the MACD crossing below, and we're trading below the zero line in this histogram of the MACD. Notice how these red candles here, they're holding below that 10-day simple moving average on a today 1-minute chart. Now just to see the difference here between a 1 minute and let's say a 5 minute, here's the 5-minute chart, right? So here's the 5-minute chart on SPY. You can see you got up to that 10 and it's failing, continuing to pull back. You got still support at that 435. So, depending on the time frame of the day trade you want to make here, you could be looking at that and saying, okay, do I want a longer term day trade? Yeah, I'd be looking at that 3 to 5 minute, maybe even the 10-minute chart. If you're looking for quick scalps, you're looking at that 1-2 minute chart there, up to the 3 minute. SPY starting to get a climb there. Let me change that back to 1 minute. You got your double bottom here at 435 on the day. You're looking for it to take that out there if it continues to retrace here, the markets. Remember, what were we just talking about there with SPY? How it was getting up to that 10 and then failing. Same thing there. Now, the next major point here is going to be that 435. you're out of a SPY day trade if you got a candle with body above that yellow 10-day. And see if you entered there into that SPY put on that pullback there. You know, even if you got a candle above that yellow, you're still in the green on that put there. So that's why it's important to follow that. Now I'm looking to see if she's going to drop down to that 435 here
Files for mixed shelf
and
of
test that support on the day.
75 million. That from an SEC filing for AMOT.
LCID, Lucid Motors tweeting its production preview week at Lucid AMP1.
Lucid Motors tweeting LCID.
Charlie India Delta.
That one's such a volatile stock there. Let's see SPY. SPY starting to get down to that 435 again.
TSLA, Teslarati, tweeting Tesla secures new megapack project with Aragon, bringing 2021 partnership.
Tesla secures new megapack project.
Tango Cindy Lima Alpha. AMZN, Amazon launches New World on PC, Alpha Michael, Zulu November.
That's right, Carla. It all fits in with what Janet Yellen, the Treasury Secretary, was just talking about, dealing with some of those questions about the broader economy and U.S.-China competition. That came up with both Lisa Su and Satya Nadella. Lisa Su talking about how U.S.-China decoupling really just not viable for the semiconductor industry. It is so global. There's such dependence on various regions. Also want to talk about that with Cristiano Amon today. Of course, Satya Nadella talking about that TikTok debacle. And he, in the past, has talked about the need to find enough common ground.
See, this is the stuff most people can't do, is just sit there, wait, and be patient. And, you know, they always try to jump into something, you know, and it's what you can't do. AMD is still falling over there. 103.41. Was that 108.30 today?
What do you make of the sell-off today in particular? Well, I don't make much of the sell-off today, but for the last...
Now, remember about 10 minutes ago, I was saying about how since we had that pullback here, that candles, the bodies have been trading below that 10-day simple moving average. That's what you're watching for right now. That's your key signal there. A body above it, you could say, okay, that momentum lower might be finished, and exit out of that put there for a nice profit. Right now, you're looking for that 435 as that next support area here for the day. There you go. Here's that next pullback, guys. Looks like we're going to be testing the lows of the day here. You might see a sharper pullback coming. Now, remember why this pullback is happening, because that's one of the most important things you could remember as a trader. Why is this pullback in the market happening? The whole thing now is with Congress and with the stalemate for the budget and the debt ceiling. So make sure you guys are keeping an eye on that. Any type of news on that is what's going to be affecting the markets.
But Jim, when you look at this broader question of decoupling from China, how does China play into your investment decisions and your sense of which companies...
Now see, notice how when the markets pull back, there's a lot of penny stocks that come into play. That's when all the pumping numbers start looking for those penny stocks. There we go, guys. New lows of the day on SPY. Big breakdown here. There goes SPY continuing to retrace and pull back there. Nice gains on our SPY puts. Continuing to pull back on SPY. Now you can see here, Qs are at the lows of the day. NASDAQ's at the lows of the day. Everything's continuing to pull back here, guys. So you're catching that pullback here with the markets now.
For India. And so there are areas where it would be really terrific to find ways to cooperate. At the same time, I understand that, again, for a couple of years, it will continue to be decoupled quite significantly.
Jim, you're talking about significant decoupling. What's the impact on an area like semiconductors, where you've got ASML in Europe, which has just key technology to the next generation of chip manufacturer? There's pressure on them from the U.S. in particular on who they offer that to, but they're determined to try to make that globally available. And you've got this huge middle class in China that a lot of companies need some access to and are providing technology to. As that decoupling happens, isn't there more of a strategic danger for the semiconductor industry, depending on the policy?
Their businesses,
SDC,
AMD,
Smile Direct,
NVIDIA,
Business
and others
Insider
are best
mentioning
in the world and
as
perhaps
top of list of
outperforming
top meme stocks,
versus
meme
everyone
stocks
in
of
the
the
world,
week.
including
That's
China.
Sandy Delta
And
Charlie,
therefore, there's time to
SDC.
work through these very complex supply chains. And it won't be overnight, but the good news is we have a very significant
Actually
lead
mentioned
here in the
number
US.
2 after
Jim, I wanted to
Tesla,
get a
also
reading on
CLNE
Facebook.
Clean
Obviously,
Energy
you were an early
Fuels.
investor. You were on the board for many years. You are still an investor, though no longer on the board. And here at Cone, there have been
GOEV,
a number
Canoe,
of criticisms of the company, concerns
BABA,
about
Alibaba,
misinformation,
GME
talking
GameStop,
about the
SOFI
Govt
SoFi
website. I want to
Technologies,
pull another panel. You
CLOV
talked
Clover Health,
with Facebook. Obviously, there's been
PLTR
repeated
Palantir,
criticisms of the impact of Facebook,
among these
of
stocks mentioned
Instagram
in
to
Business
the industry.
Insider.
What would your advice be to Mark Zuckerberg right now?
Well, Mark and Cheryl, I think, remain as good a team as there is in the world of technology. Instagram's a real difficult one. My advice to Mark and Cheryl is to pause and really understand when we're talking about adolescents, preteens in some cases, we always have to keep in mind we could do a better job around Instagram for those segments.
Alrighty, guys, I just closed out of that SPY put at 227. 227 out of that SPY put that we got earlier. That was my official exit.
And there have been a lot of really difficult times, but when we bought Instagram, it was Mark who said Facebook photos.
That was a nice one on those new lows of the day there. She's still dropping lower there.
$40 to Facebook.
Listen to Mark talk about the metaverse. It sounds like he really wants to have a whole new
Now I'll be looking to re-enter.
that's a big thesis for you. But what are you seeing?
I'm going to get another one ready. That was the 434 strike put.
Well, the metaverse has elements to it as a business maybe 2-3 years from now. But what's really interesting to me about Facebook and Alphabet, they also are two of the leaders in the world when it comes to artificial intelligence applications. And so doubling and tripling down in some of these areas, I think will make a lot of sense for Facebook. And Mark and Cheryl, again, I think are extraordinary leaders. And our outgoing CTO, Mike Schrechter, who will be a fellow, is really leading the charge on AI, and he's about as good as it gets.
Do you think then the metaverse, although it's talked about a lot, it was started in the earnings calls and then on television, is that an overriding thematic reason to buy, you think?
No, I think I love the idea of the metaverse, but I think it's 4 to 5 years out. There will be AR and VR applications, but when I think of Facebook and some of these other companies, I'm looking at what the next year or two look like in terms of.
So let's see, percentage wise, what was that? We were in at 162, out at 225. 2.25
Very profoundly than the metaverse over the next 3 to 4 years.
divided by 1.62. That was a 39% gain there. 39% gain on that day trade. Now, Sammy, remember what I told you? $1,000 on a day trade? And look at that. You just made $400 on that. Now, you make a couple of those, it's only what? Wow, it's 11:11 already. Way past our time here. But there you go. There's that one day trade. Now she's still continuing to pull back. Now you can be looking for that second day trade. You don't have to trade big. Those little trades there, really nice there to capture those quick profits. Alrighty, guys, I got to get ready now for 11:30, so I'm going to get off this live stream. We're going to be live again at 3. I might come on a little bit earlier if we see us continuing to break down here. I'll, definitely be in, get some more puts. But I had to be in the trade room for right now, so if you guys want to come join us, breakingchartalerts.com, you guys can go to the Join Now membership pricing plans, and you guys can sign up right here and use the promo codes we have available. If you guys need anything, you guys could use the button there on the side right here to shoot us a message. And if you come join us, go to the live trade room, and we're going to be in there for now. So I will see you guys in the trade room now, and we'll be live again at 3, and I'll send out that app alert. Make sure you download our app, Breaking Chart Alerts, and to get all the latest news and updates on all of our trades. Alrighty, guys, take care. Great job today. We ended up closing out Bank of America for a nice profit this morning. We made a day trade here on the SPY puts, closed that out for almost a 40% gain. Nice job today. Now, I just want to see that AMD start to climb there tomorrow or decide what I want to do. I only have that one contract in the wife's account that I got in that yesterday. That's why it wasn't an official trade, but, I'm keeping an eye on AMD there. Market's still making some lows here, still continuing to pull back. So, that next breakdown below that 434.50, it'd be another nice entry for some SPY puts. I will see you guys at 3. I'm going to be in the trade room right now. If we're doing some more day trading, I'll certainly post that in the trade room for you guys. Otherwise, I'll see you guys live between 2 and 3. Alrighty. See you guys later. Great job today. If you have any questions, please shoot us a message in the chat room there. Take care, guys. Have a good day.